Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. It is super late at night, but it is draft day, so we're going to give you a nice little mock draft. As you can see, I am going to do a quick one, nothing crazy. It's currently 4:30, so being kind of quiet for roommate's sake. We're going to make this nice and easy. First pick, Las Vegas Raiders. They're obviously taking David Bailey. I'm fucking with you. It's our GOAT, Fernando, just as Ava said. They made a song for him. Jets, they're 100% Reese. Easy pick. Cardinals, now, I might have them trade later. I don't know how much trade I'm going to do in this draft, but you never know. But I think off rip, I think that they're going to go for David Bailey. Now, they need some edge. Perfect guy. Now, it says the Titans need edge, linebacker, all that, so I could see them taking Sony Styles or Carnell Tate even to get some weapons for Cam Ward, but I think Jeremiah loves the pick, best player. I saw a lot of people saying the Giants are going to take him. I don't think so. I think they're going to end up taking Sony Styles to help. Their defense needs some help, so that's that's what they're going with. Cleveland Browns, Francis. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, like I said, not a lot of trades happening. I think most of the teams that are in the top want top players, such as, Washington. They're probably going to take Carnell Tate, give Jaden Daniels a new weapon. Let's move that down a bit so we can see. Saints, I could see them taking like Mansour Delane, but I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna go with Ruben Bain. I know it looks like I'm just going straight down, which I it's kind of obvious, but I'm not fully doing that, I promise. Mansour Delane, if he falls this far, is 100% going to the Chiefs. I think he's the best corner in the draft by far. Jermod McCoy is pretty good, but I think Mansour is definitely going to be the best one of the draft. Just like how I thought Will Johnson was the best corner in the draft last year, but somehow he fell to the second round. Don't know how that happened. In this situation, Giants obviously take Caleb Downs. Hell of a draft already just for the Giants, let's be honest here. So for this pick, it's really, I think the Dolphins, they need a receiver really bad, losing Waddle and probably Hill. So really it's between Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon. I think they go Mekhi Lemon, but it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't, which lets the Cowboys take Jermod McCoy. They need corners horrendously bad. Makes sense. It says that the team needs for the Rams is wide receiver. For some reason, I guess Puka, I don't think they're going to draft a receiver. I could see them taking someone else. It says they need offensive tackle. Spencer Fano, Monroe Feeling. There's a couple good options. I don't think they're going to take a quarterback this early. I think that they'll go for the Utah dude. I mean, Utah players are, they're muscle. They're good. They're going to get something. And for this pick, I don't know. I think, honestly, that the Ravens kind of reach a bit. Not reach, but, they fill a position. They lost Isaiah Likely. I think they still have Mark Andrews. I could see him taking Kenyon Sadiq here. I really think that's like the big crazy, not reach, but kind of a reach throughout the draft. I could see him taking a lot of people here, but I think that's one of the best picks right now and that they needed. And if they don't take him, then the Bucs probably will. But I think the Bucs, they're looking, edged, linebacker. It says they need DT. I'm not too sure if they do. They still have Vita, but I think Kendrick Folk, I think they'll go for some edge pressure right there. For sure. Let me scroll down right here so we can see what's happening. Jets, it's glitching. It's freezing. Anyways, Jets, they're back on the board. We already had them taken, an edge. So I think that they will end up taking Jordan Tyson here. They still need kind of a quarterback, pretty bad, but I think that they'll figure something out. I don't know how well they're going to try to do something in the draft this year. They might be trying to get someone next year, but I think building a good team right now and then helping later is kind of what they're going for at the moment. Team needs for the Lions, It says that they need some guys. I don't know how much. Like, if there was a team that was good trade, it wouldn't surprise me if the Lions traded. You know, they did lose a running back, so I bet they take one like the second round. But first round, honestly, if they don't trade, I think that we're gonna go. Man, this is rough. It says they need a tackle. I did think one of their guys retired. I can't remember if I know Ragnaw. I think Ragnow retired. I should know that. I'm from Arkansas. But we're going to go with Caleb Lomo. Well, you know. Team needs, I think this is an easy one for the Vikings. Dylan Thieneman. His 40 time was a lot better in the draft. So, yeah. In this situation, this one's obvious to me. They're taking Caden Proctor. Help protect Rice. That would make their team so much better. Which lets some good talent fall down to the Cowboys, who definitely need some more help on the defensive line. I think they're actually going to go with Akeem Mizador from Miami, the other edge guy. Now, I could honestly see Dallas trading with like Arizona up, and Arizona making the reach for Ty Simpson, who I think if he doesn't go to the Cardinals just before this, I think Ty Simpson is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. They need a quarterback. They're ready to win now, and that guy he played at Bama. He'll be able to compete. I feel like he could play like a Mac Jones type of situation, you know what I mean? So that's what they could easily go for. Easy pick here. The Chargers are taking an offensive guard. That's simple as that. I just picked one. I think the Penn State guy is pretty good. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name out of respect. But, yeah. I think in this situation, the Eagles have Devontae Smith. But I'm assuming A.J. Brown's going to be traded by this point. Maybe for draft capital. Who knows? But I think that they're going to replace him with Jordan Tyson. And then for the Browns here, I think that they're going to reach for Amari Cooper Jr. It's not really a reach. I don't know why I said that. I think Amari Cooper Jr. is one of the most underrated so far. I think a lot of people aren't expecting him to be as good as as the other guy. I think he might be the best receiver out of the draft, personally. Peter Woods or Katie McDonald. That's the real question in this situation. I think Katie McDonald actually goes here over Peter Woods to the Bears. I could see the Bills going for Casey Concepcion. Coleman. A lot of people aren't the biggest fan of him, but I think I think that they might get something here with another receiver. They got Shakir, but having a big playmaker is kind of something that they really needed at the end of the year in tough losses. So probably something like that would be good. Blake Miller from Clemson is going to go to the 49ers. And then I think it says, I don't think they really need defense. I think that they're going to go with the Texans. I'm not saying team names because there's a lot, obviously. Did not mean to click that. I don't think they need really much more defense. Let's be honest here. They're pretty solid in that range. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think they've lost anybody. But I think that they're actually going to draft another offensive lineman if they're smart. But there's not a lot of good offensive linemen, so they might actually go Peter Woods here and take best defensive player on the board. There's Max here from Arizona State. I don't want to pronounce that last name. I'm not going to lie. But I think that they're going to maybe get someone in the second, third round, try to build the offensive line later in the draft, and get best player available at this point. Or trade their pick, Chiefs in this situation, we already had them taking someone pretty early. Mansour Delane, that's right. I don't think they're going to draft 2 corners, but I think they will they could take Zion Young out of Missouri. But I think that they're actually going to just try to protect Mahomes coming off of an injury and get Max from Arizona State. And then Colton Hood is going to fall to the Dolphins because they need a quarter. It says they need a receiver, or the Patriots need a receiver. Like I said, I think A.J. Brown will be here by now or on their team. So they're going to end up taking Zion Young. And then to end the draft, my mock draft, no trades in it because that's too complicated. Don't want to do that. I think the Seahawks. I mean, they lost a lot of guys, so I don't really know what they're looking for here. We'll say they take Brandon Sissy from South Carolina in replacement of, I'm blanking on his name, Tariq Woolen. As you can see, that was kind of the draft. I should have looked over to full resorts. I wish I was at a resort. Full results. This is the mock draft. As you can see, it's perfect. Totally not going to be messed up. Screenshot it, come back, tell me I'm wrong, But I think this is a pretty good one. Just thought I would make a video real fast. But thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate the love, whatnot. Been posting a lot of shorts recently, but, we still make our full football videos now that football is actually happening, But thank y'all for the love and support. Make sure to tune in for the next video, whenever that is. Keep up with the channel. And like, subscribe, and most importantly, stay handsome. Mwah.